ASMR! Oh. So I get asked the question a lot about looking after your gear, protecting it, cleaning it, because I'll be honest, people freak out when they see that my gear is getting used on location and is getting bashed around or getting rained on. People don't like that. So I thought I'd make this video explaining a bit about cleaning your gear, maintaining your gear, but more importantly why you should be using your gear and actually not worrying nor caring about whether or not it gets damaged. You see, I've just got back from a very windy and a horribly sandy trip, and all of my gear is completely covered in sand. It's ridiculous. Sand truly is the devil. So it all needs cleaning, and the truth is it was so bad that part of me didn't want to go out and shoot because it's almost gear suicide. Oh my god. This is my Mavic. Oh. Yeah, sand in the gimbal. Okay. So yeah, it's pretty much gear suicide. But the truth is, you can't worry about damaging gear, okay? Now I'm not saying be irresponsible and just go and throw your cameras all over the place. But really, all of this stuff, all of my cameras, lenses, drones, bags, filters, they're all there to be used. And as landscape photographers, we should be out in the elements and we should exposing ourselves and our kit to horrific conditions like wind, rain, sand, ash, dust, dirt, because that's how you make the images. If you're only going out in perfect conditions, you're never going to have the chance to capture those truly compelling images. Right, look at this photo. Almost immediately after this photograph was taken, my camera with a lens on fell off that mountain. Camera and the lens broke clean in half. There were cables hanging out, there was bits of plastic and screws everywhere. It was horrible, I felt sick. But was it worth it? Yeah, because if I was worried about knocking my camera off a mountain, I probably would have never gone up the mountain in the first place. So it was worth it, and you know what? The camera was fine. I sent it off to be repaired. They fixed it. A week later, I got it back as good as new. And that's really the message I'm trying to get across here, is as soon as we accept that we're going to have to clean and service and fix our gear, then we're going to be liberated. We're going to be going out more and worrying less about rain and dust and sand and enjoying the elements and really trying to capture those real dramatic images without the fear of, oh, my camera's a bit wet. You know, you'd be surprised. You would be surprised at how hard, how tough today's cameras are. They really are as hard as nails. Now, I'm not saying be stupid, okay? Take precautions, use rain covers, take umbrellas, use a tripod and tie it down so it doesn't get blown over. If you really wanted to, you could even stick a UV filter on your lens. I mean, seriously, I don't know why anyone uses UV filters, but you can. Personally, I prefer a good old lens cap. Look at this. Canon G7X. Yeah, completely dead. In fact, I don't even know why I keep this. Don't know, maybe because it was my first real vlogging camera. It's kind of where it all began, so this will always have a place in my heart. Canon G5X. Completely kaput. As you can see there. Well, you can't see, I've taken the battery out, but yeah, this, gone, dead. But do I worry about these things? No, because the only way I could have prevented this being damaged the way that it has done is to actually not go out and not shoot and not use it, not get the footage that I got with this right before it hit the deck. Oh my god, sand really is the devil, honestly. Compressed air, absolute genius when it comes to cleaning kit. If you go to PC World, this is going to cost you £12.99. Poundland, £1 a tin. If you take nothing away from this video, take away that you can avoid PC World and you can go to Poundland and get this stuff for £1. Not applicable to those of you outside of the UK. When cleaning your gear, never ever neglect to clean your bag, because if your bag's not clean, or if you've got a dirty bag, it's just going to make your gear dirty. Now sand is just like a cancer. Oh, it just spreads everywhere. So you've got to make sure that you take every precaution to remove all sand from your bag. I would advise doing this before cleaning anything else. So you give your bag a good kicking. Like that. I'm going to shake it all out. Probably just rip it out, pull out the inserts. Really, they're all going to need cleaning. Get all the junk out and then beat it up. Right. Take some compressed air from Poundland, £1 a tin, and just get in the corners. Really get in those corners. Hold your bag upside down so that any sand that blows out falls out. Oh. I tell you with experience, one piece of sand inside these holders will mean disaster for your very expensive filters. So when cleaning your filters, you're going to need 3 items. You need a microfiber lens cloth, you're going to need some sort of liquid lens filter cleaner, and you're going to need some kind of compressed air like this, or a good old-fashioned blower like this. So first things first, you need to remember this. So I've come up with a catchphrase, a tagline if you will, a strapline. I have come up with a filter cleaning strapline so you guys don't make the same mistake I'm sure many of us have made, and that is always blow before you go. That's right, always blow before you go. The reason for blowing before you go in is because you don't want to clean your filter without blowing it, without ridding it of dust and sand and grit. Because if you take this cloth and this filter and there is some sand on this that you've neglected to clean off and you start cleaning it, you know what you're doing. You are scratching the And once you've finished, you should have a lovely clean filter. And I promise you that once you've cleaned all your filters and your filter pouch, it's just, oh, it's like a weight lifted off your shoulder. It's such a good feeling. It's like, oh, you feel ready to shoot. A clean bag, clean filters, clean lenses, clean gear. It's one of the most therapeutic activities you can do. Yeah, don't forget to clean inside the rails of your filter holder. Otherwise, and you don't want to hear that sound when out on a shoot. Ugh, horrible. So exactly the same applies to your lenses as your filters. Always, always blow before you go. So that's it, that's all my gear cleaned and as good as new, ready to go. And honest to God, it feels so good. I feel ready to shoot now. It's like having a shower or, you know, taking a heavy bag off. It just feels great. With the exception of the G5X, which is, yeah, pretty knackered. That needs to go away for repair. The 24-70 Mark II lens is perfectly fine, but I think I heard a bit of grit inside of the focusing ring, so I'm going to be cautious and I'm going to send that away for a service. I don't really want to do it myself because it's a very expensive lens, and you know, you need to know your limitations. I can clean filters, I can blow before I go, but I ain't stripping a Mark II 24-70 lens, not a chance. But you know, everything was exposed to the worst of the weather, and it always is, and most of the time it's fine and it can be cleaned and it comes up as good as new. What I would say is just don't worry about it, take precaution, use rain covers, but just get out there in the elements and photograph, because that ultimately is what it's all about. So I bid you farewell, and the video where I broke the G5X and that trip to the Isle of Harris, that is going to be on YouTube imminently. So if you're new to the channel, subscribe and you'll see that whole trip and why I do this and why I have to clean my gear. Alright, bye for now.